Well, parents and teachers and students have waited now for weeks, wondering, of course, what the future holds for school.
And now some of them know that in South Carolina, students will not be returning to class to finish out this school year. North Carolina could soon follow suit, but so far, no official announcement of a decision here. Students in South Carolina, though, have not stepped foot inside of a classroom since March the 13th. It's been 5.5 weeks. Now they won't head back until at least August. And this brings up all types of questions, from things about graduation ceremonies to how parents will be able to work at home while trying to teach their kids, and if students who rely on school-provided meals will still be able to get them. Our South Carolina Bureau reporter Greg Suskin is joining us now live to provide some of the answers. Greg?
Yeah, and way back then in mid-March, which already seems like a lifetime ago, schools were talking about how to get social distancing into the classroom. They were talking about setting up hand sanitizing stations and changing the way that they serve lunch in the cafeteria, changing the way they set up classrooms. But they soon realized what a monumental task that was going to be to do, and that is the main reason why they're not going back for the rest of the year. Governor Henry McMaster ordered all public schools closed for the rest of the school year, a decision expected by many and praised more than some of his other orders over the last month.
So I think that not many people are taking it serious, so I'm glad that we're at least protecting our kids.
For 5 weeks now, classwork has all been homework. As students get their assignments online or from packets teachers have prepared, thousands of breakfasts and lunches have been made and delivered. Fort Mill school officials say it's a strange routine that people are adjusting to.
We've got a lot of work to do to finish out through the rest of the year and keep everybody focused, but so far I think everybody's starting to hit a very good stride with it and getting into a routine of how to deal with it at home.
The heart of the issue for state education leaders was how to keep children apart as COVID-19 continues to spread, not only being safe in classrooms, but on buses as well.
You've got, a certain number of kids in every classroom, a certain number of kids in the building, so it is hard to maintain that social distancing.
Concerned about their children getting sick and then bringing it home, many parents said if South Carolina schools did reopen, their kids wouldn't be going back this year anyway.
I feel like the teachers will find a way to catch them up. I know at our school, our kids are doing a lot of work. I don't feel like they're missing out on anything.
Yeah, and one thing that's certainly on the minds of many people is what about those graduating seniors? Districts certainly want to honor them for all the hard work they've done. The local districts here tell me everything is on the table, from doing some kind of virtual ceremony to holding it outside where people can social distance, even to delaying it for a couple of months. But local districts are urging parents to pay close attention to their email and phone calls from the district. When they get those details ironed out, they'll let you know. Erica?
And Greg, what about opening school back up in August? If they move forward with that, do we know yet how that will be handled?
Well, the short answer to that is no. I mean, the districts I talked to here locally, Fort Mill and Rock Hill, they plan to operate as if they will open as normal in the fall. But right now in the month of April, they don't really know. It's really going to have to be a wait and see. We're going to have to see where we are with this virus at that time.
Step by step. Thank you, Greg. Well, now we also want to bring in Channel 9's education reporter Elsa Gillis. Elsa, I know you are closely following what might happen now in North Carolina. Can you weigh in on this a little bit?
Yeah, here in North Carolina, there are still a couple weeks before students are supposed to go back to school, but plans need to be made about grades, graduation. The list goes on. And when he originally pushed the closure of schools back to May 15th, Governor Roy Cooper said he wasn't ready to give up on this school year yet. But we know this virus is still very much around us. Yesterday at his briefing, Governor Cooper said the state's public health team is looking at what is needed to make sure children are safe at school. They're talking with superintendents, the State Board of Education, and Department of Public Instruction. And he said an announcement on schools would come soon. He said probably this week. That being said, both the State Board of Education and the COVID-19 State Education Committee are set to meet tomorrow. The board is set to talk about grading, teacher evaluations, and athletic eligibility in the wake of COVID-19. The other group has been drafting legislation to waive tests and other measures. They've also been talking about potential changes to the school calendar. I plan to be listening to both of those meetings, and of course, we'll bring you an update as soon as we hear from the governor. Back to you.
All right, Elsa, thanks for keeping us up to date with the latest. Now to South Carolina again. It joins a growing list of other states that have just gone ahead and canceled school for the remainder of this school year altogether. There are now at least 29 states that have made that same call.